As we head into the second week of March, there appears to be a bit of a conflict in what the middle of the week could bring. So could we see a lot of snow, perhaps just miss a big storm? Meteorologist Mike Syka has more on that.
You have probably heard all the talk about a possible storm next week, so we thought we'd give you a little primer on how this business of long-range weather forecasting works. Loads of weather data, weather observations from the ground and up in the atmosphere are pooled and sent to the NOAA supercomputers outside of Washington, D.C. These are some of the fastest and most sophisticated computers in use in our country, producing 213 trillion calculations per second. This data is then run through a series of mathematical equations on the computers, which produce a weather forecast. Today, there are numerous computer forecasts produced not only here in the United States, but also from Canada, Great Britain, the European Center for Weather Forecasts, and even our own Navy. We look at all of them. Given the immensity of the atmosphere, and even with all this computer forecasting power, to this day it is impossible to forecast for every square mile. So there are still limitations, and that results in different forecasts. Speaking of which, this is the setup as we get into next week, and this actually is the depiction of that European computer model as we get into that Wednesday to Thursday time frame. It is moving this particular storm a little closer to us, which at least increases the chances of some accumulating snowfall across our section of the country. Accumulations may be in the order of 6 to 10 inches south of the metro. These browner shades here in eastern sections of Pennsylvania and New York, we could be looking at a foot plus out of it. Now, on the other hand, our domestic model is taking the track of the storm well to the south, down across North Carolina. If that were to happen, we would probably just be brushed by some snow flurries here in our own western New York, northern Pennsylvania region. Something we'll be watching in the next week. Back to you, Diana.